All right, today we're going to talk about exponents, specifically negative exponents. So this is a problem off of Chapter 3 exponent worksheet number 4, and I'm going to do number 9. So it looks just like this. And what's new in this chapter is we have negative exponents. So what you have to remember about negative exponents is it just flips numerator and denominator. So if you got a negative exponent, you can bring it to the bottom and make it positive. So I'll try to do this real slow. You got to go, you have to go step by step. So let's go down the page. Let's go down here. I'm going to take this x to the negative 7. I'm going to move it up to the top and make it x to the positive 7. So on top now I have negative 2, x to the negative 4, x to the positive 7. And then, of course, I'm going to take this y to the negative 5 right here. I'm going to bring it to the bottom. So on the bottom, I have a y and a y to the positive 5 now. And I would suggest waiting till the very end to deal with this negative exponent outside the parentheses. So we're going to take care of the, simplify the inside of the parentheses first, and then deal with the negative exponent outside the whole thing at the very end. Okay, so now what I have is, in the numerator, I have x to the negative 4 times x to the 7th, and all you have to do there is add those exponents. When you're multiplying common bases, you add the exponents. So I've got x to the negative 4 and an x to the positive 7. I add negative 4 and positive 7, and I get x to the 3rd positive. On the bottom, I have y to the 1st and y to the 5th, so I've got y to the 6th. So what I like to do is I like to make what's inside the parentheses simpler and then deal with that exponent on the very outside at the end. So I've made what's inside the parentheses as simple as I can. Now I'm just going to turn the whole thing upside down and make this exponent on the outside positive. So what happens here? Instead of a negative 3 on the outside, I've got a positive 3 on the outside. To do that, I just have to turn everything inside upside down. Don't change anything, just turn it upside down. So it's y to the 6th on top, x to the 3rd on the bottom, and that negative 2 is on the bottom now also. Lastly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cube everything on the bottom. So I'm going to cube the 6, that's going to be y, a power, raised to a power. You multiply the exponents, so that's going to be y to the 18th. And on the bottom, I have negative 2 cubed. So that's going to become negative 8. Negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 is negative 8. And then I'm going to have x cubed to the 3rd power. So that's going to be, again, a power raised to a power. I multiply those exponents. 3 times 3 is 9. So my answer is y to the 18th on top, negative 8 on bottom, times x to the 9th on the bottom. You got to practice that until it makes sense to you.